In the last video I was talking about the photos you see on the cigarette packs. The scary photos of what can happen and probably will happen if you do not stop smoking. And as I mentioned, of course, it's scary for people who are smoking, but it's not enough to make people stop smoking, because they, in their head, think, I'm going to stop before that. So I want to tell a little story. I haven't done enough research to use other than my memory, but it's interesting because I believe it was in the early 90s. There was this wave, like a trend. It was well, I don't know if you call it lollipop. I feel so ridiculous when I'm saying it, but that's the name, no? Popsicle, lollipop. You know, the plastic thing you with a candy on and you put it in your mouth. It was this special type that made everybody blue in their mouth, like really, really blue, and that was supposedly very cool, like intense blue. This was the time many in my school were already smoking. We had this, it wasn't legal, of course. We had this, what do I call it, hidden secret place where the smokers went and smoked when no class, you know, in the pauses, the breaks. So it was this group hiding from the teachers and smoking. And that was the same time the lollipop, the blue lollipop, almost as blue as my t-shirt, was on a fashion. And one day I do believe it turned out this lollipop, popsicle, I don't know if popsicle is the right word as well, but it was removed like urgently from the market, because it, please correct me if I'm wrong, it contained how do I say it in English? A chemical, chemical, that was cancer provoking. So it was without discussion removed from the market, and based on my memory it was like just one day no more, and pretty soon a memory, and a little after that a little more distant memory. I'm sure if anybody remembers those special lollipops today, it's maybe because I'm reminding you. So, as I understood, they removed it because it was cancer provoking. And after that, I still remember smokers hiding in the group continued their lives with smoking. When I insert silence is to make you think yourself. If I'm not falling asleep, But in this case, I'm doing it to make you reflect. There's also, to me, it's I don't know how to explain it. In Norway, I'm still not sure if my last example with the blue lollipop reached the international market. I'm pretty sure it did. I'm pretty sure it may have lasted longer, if not still exist in other countries. The Norwegian restrictions are strict. But I do believe there was this psychology team that had to find a new way to try making people stop smoking. This is pretty unique because one thing is the photos, the pictures on the packs, but oh my god. Suddenly, one day, every pack of cigarettes, no important if it was Marlboro, Prince Light, or the older rolling tobacco, ironically often called red, red number 3, for example, blue, blah blah blah. Everything was in the same color. I don't have an example of this, but first I want to explain the reason everything got the same color. Because as I understood, a group of psychologists developed like a mix of colors that was psychologically the most disgusting color possible. I have a box of snus with this exact color. And that's this one. I'll show you because I want to show you. This is supposedly the most ugly color possible for mankind. Like, people have different taste in color, but this is like I don't know how they made the conclusion. And I have to tell you a little story about that as well, because this was of course another attempt to make people stop smoking. So I was in a line in the local store, and in front of me was this man who was actually famous for smoking. He was one of those old timers. If not indoors, he always had a cigarette hanging outside his mouth. And this was the first day, I think, the cigarettes or the packs, all the packs had this horrible color. And when he told me what he wanted like the strongest rolling tobacco. And when he saw this color, when the girl and the clerk found a special type of because it was confusing for her as well. Took much time to find this specific tobacco. Now when all the packs were the same color. And seriously, when he saw the pack, he was like, wait. What is this? And she said, every pack is like this now. And believe it or not, he said, my tobacco is inside the pack now with this color. And she double checked the name of the tobacco. Yeah, it's the same tobacco, but it's this color. The man probably smoking 60 years, like almost, and he said, I'm stopping. That's it for me. I'm never touching a cigarette again. Thank you. I'm sorry to bother you, but thank you. Skip it. I'm finished smoking. And I was there and I was thinking, wow, how the hell did I manage to do that? If the one person I wouldn't believe would stop smoking, it was him. And his history I'm telling you now is of course a pure lie. It's not true. They knew when they made that special developed disgusting color, it would have no effect. So what I just told you is a big fucking lie, and that's the point. But of course they tried. I'm pretty sure the biggest difference was the confusion for the people working and selling tobacco. So nice try. Okay. I am going to jump into the next subject. I'm going to keep this shorter than the last one. Very often, and I barely mentioned it as well in the last video, you see how to stop smoking in 3 days or 7 days or 30 days. 30 days is a normal, like a trend, and I honestly still don't understand what that means, but I'm going to focus a little bit on it as well anyway, because if you have actively tried stopping smoking or you're in the process, and I don't want to make things more difficult for you, but it's not possible. You haven't heard that the cravings only last for 3 minutes. Well, not for me, and I have never understood that part as well. 3 minutes. The worst part is over in 3 days. I'm sorry, I'm out. I can't. You might say this total. My approach, it will be better in production wise and everything, but these are things I probably separate myself. It's not my technique or how I would like to even try to put things in system, because why? First of all, I haven't experienced those 3 minutes and any relief after those 3 minutes. And second of all, your very conception of time is different when you stop smoking. Time isn't always time. Or, you know what I mean, 1 minute can last 10 minutes, and it's not always a good idea, because when I was trying to quit cold turkey, and I was in my weakest moment, I was trying to find motivation in the stop smoking groups, and many people say the worst part is over in 3 days or 1 week, or share their individual story, but you see that often. So when you're in, because so many people have said, okay, for me too, 3 days and slowly better. And that's like very good. And then you see a person who's not been smoking for 4 months, but he is absolutely desperate. When you read stuff like that in your most desperate, weakest moments, when the cravings are so intense, you're looking for reasons to live without cigarettes. It's definitely not a good thing. As I mentioned, nothing is better if you can stop smoking without any form of substitutes. But I'm going a little more gentle with that approach. I'm going to have my biggest focus on the people who cannot stop smoking cigarettes without any form of help. And for example, the typical stuff you hear just doesn't seem to help them. That's the group I'm focusing in. So I'm focusing on harm reduction, not necessarily a fantastic, healthy life compared to people who have never smoked, but I'm focusing on getting you off the cigarettes. And if you have to do that by using nicotine chewing gums or whatever it takes, we can be more specific. When I get viewers, I don't have any. It's a very new channel. It's a very new and lonely channel so far. That's okay. But I have a big strategy, and sometimes it's things that may seem random aren't as random as they may seem. It's not distractions. Some things are on purpose. So, and production-wise, I promised it will be better. For example, I'm pretty sure the stairway behind me is irritating to someone. I'm sure that I'm not always looking into the lens. irritating to someone. Just focus on a message, and hopefully I've bought a microphone too as well. I'm keeping it simple and it will be better. There's one thing I really want to get provide, and that's by any means I do not want to okay, there is a group who, for example, can read the book and they feel like shit because when I read so many stories about people smoking for decades, maybe decades more than they did, but the book may be working. For example, Finally Non-Smoker book by Alan Carr, but I still smoke. So let's focus on them. And if you're going to, I told you this in the last video as well, but there are many techniques. I have many solutions. And I have to make it clear that I have been doing this trying and failing until I found my way. So many of the things I put out there is maybe like little stories to make you reflect, because I cannot quit for you, but I can definitely make you see your addiction a little bit differently. No hocus pocus. I will hypnotize you, of course. No, it's nothing like that. But I have understood that some of the techniques I'm actually already using is techniques with cool names as well. So I'm taking it from nature. I'm not a doctor or anything, or I don't even remember the names of the people who works with the different techniques. But I have been smoking 30 years plus minus, and I'm still not smoking. And right now I have, I don't know, about 6 months. I was supposed to write down my exact days off and everything, but I forgot. So I will do it next time. As my videos still haven't been picked up by the algorithms in YouTube, I can't really answer any comments not commented. But I will definitely go into specific subjects and chapters This is all part of one recipe. And if you ask me questions, I will try as best I can to find something specific for you based on your specific problem. But I have to say, I have to mention one thing, and that goes for all. Let's just say I've been working voluntarily as I think experience consultant in general, not only about smoking. Would be an okay title to use, because it's non-educate. I don't have any relevant educate. Some maybe, no important really. That what's important is my experience. And I have to ask, and that's one of the first things I ask in situations where people want to stop something and they somehow need help. And then normally my first question is if they want to or have to, because that's two very different answers for me. So I'm hoping for I want to, but people have sometimes no choice in different scenarios, but that will be something we can talk about in the comment field or private message. I don't know, I'm so new at this. So we're gonna, I think we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna customize a little depending on your current situation, and a little more different stuff in the next video. I'm just trying to warm up my channel a little bit, but my information is important. It's just maybe, yeah, if I actually get some viewers with time, I will start making my videos more customized based on this and that, give and take, and I will continue telling stories. I will continue using my fundamental strategies. Yeah, and I will try to stop saying so much. Remember, my English isn't my main language, my mother's tongue. I think that's the last one is a weird expression, but I'm keeping it a little bit on the raw side. Yeah, keeping it natural. And I can say I have approximately not smoked like 4,000 cigarettes plus. When I'm really pro, I would probably put like a text was what. I don't know how to do that at this time. And yeah, thank you for watching.